No, this isn't a sponsored energy drink. I'm not one of those guys. I don't do backflips over like burning trucks in a stadium full of packed people. We just make mini trucks in our driveway because we have no HOA. It's okay, nobody wants to watch all this. Nobody wants to watch all this. All right. Right? Comment below. It's a big corner turn today. I'm so excited because all we have to do is put it back together now. Which is super exciting. Look at it. All right, it's time for this puppy to go back in. Actually, it's time for the cab to come off, and then it's time for the engine to go back in. Yeah, we gotta see if everything fits. That means we gotta get the cab out of the way, to get the engine in, to get the tranny in, to get the drive shaft in, to put the cab back on, to see what else we gotta trim on the cab and all that stuff. You know, and things like, does our tranny mount in the right place? Do our engine mounts need lowered? Blah, 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 blah. The cab comes off one more time. Engine's back in. Drive shaft's back in. We're getting ready to put the cab back on. You guys want to take bets on if any of this clears or not? Here's the thing. Is the drive shaft going to hit the bottom of the cab floor? Is the tranny going to hit the bottom of the cab floor? Is the engine going to clear the hood? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, truth be told, I probably don't even have to insert this piece of footage here. I could have just used a piece of footage from before when the engine was out. But I promise you, we took the cab and the engine back out again. Trust me, our arms and legs are feeling it.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Can you grab me a cup of ice?
Yeah.
Ice. Stat. So, what are we up to now? Well, we've decided to get a better angle on the tail shaft of the tranny, as well as get some additional clearance on the hood. It's time to lower these engine mounts. Half an inch. Bye-bye factory mounts. Keeps getting stuck. No, that's good. That means I'm right in the groove. Camera for the action shots. Get the good stuff. Nobody wants to see me stalling for an hour with worn out blades. They talked about that in the last video, Brandon. No, I didn't get new Diablo blades yet. But remember, I did get this. What?
So you still got a bunch of welds on the bottom yet.
Why you gotta bring all that negativity?
Oh, like a little more welded on.
Guess so. Or all that grease is holding it. See how I didn't walk under the engine hoist this time? This may not look like a lot at home on your TV screen or your computer or your little tablet or wherever you're watching this, but we're lowering these motor mounts a half an inch. So what we did was cut them off and put them back on, bolt them to the engine, and now we dropped it in. And we used a little spacer down here because we had 1.25 inches between our cross member and our oil pan. So we put 3/4 of an inch down there, set it on that, and that gives us a perfect half an inch up top. Now we'll tack these back up, yank the engine, and weld them solid. And hopefully, that's a half inch lower in the front, half inch raise in the rear. We get a nice drive shaft angle and some room under the hood. Oh, it's the part I've been dreading. Time to cut the floor. Yep, I gotta remove all that AC and dash. This is tough for me. I'm in Arizona. I like my AC. I'm old. I like my AC. Fingers crossed it all goes back together somewhat good so I don't have to dump a bunch of money into vintage air. Because this stuff worked great. And it sucks to have to drop all that cash that I could be buying like wheels with, or a paint job, or a stereo system. The other big thing is, I don't want to ruin my glass. I'm not really a fan of taking it all out. This is a brand new windshield. And I really don't want to lose my bench seat. Now, I want to get my bench seat reupholstered. I want to get new carpet. I want to get my door, I want to get my interior done. But the whole purpose of doing a stock floor body drop was to not lose headroom. I knew we were going to be cutting this, I knew we were gonna have to modify the seat and dash area, or drive shaft tunnel area in some way. But that doesn't mean I'm looking forward to taking the rest of all this out. Just does not look fun. Enough whining, on with the knuckle busting. You guys are in for a real treat. About like 5 to 10 to 20 hours of fast forwarding, time-lapsey dash removal stuff's about to go down. Just taking my time, as I've said before. The road to mini nuts. Plenty of time. No reason to rush. No reason to rush. Here. And that should allow us to get in here and keep everything out of harm's way while we slice and dice. Oh yeah, while we're at it, there's lots of little parts. If you don't take the time to put them back or label them, it'll make your life hell. All right, there you have it. Ready to cut. Chop. Slice and dice. Where exactly? I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna have to figure that one out. Like, share, subscribe. Go buy me a monster or something. Got a lot more work to do. Besides, my son says I'm supposed to do that now. Like, share, subscribe. I'm the worst at it, you know? What are you gonna do? It feels weird saying like, share, and subscribe. It does. You guys are already doing it. If you like it, watch it. If you don't, share it. I don't know. Whatever. We've got it marked out. We've got some lines laid out. They're rough. They're rough. They're probably gonna change. How did we come up with those, you ask? Well, got an engine and tranny right here. Ho! Yeah, basically I just did some rough math of like, okay, this is roughly 8 inches wide, so that matches up with the center of that. It's gonna allow me to patch that in, hopefully pretty good. And we're about 20 inches from the shifter to the bell housing. So all those numbers match up with the holes that are already in the bottom of the cab. So yeah, I don't know. That's what we're gonna go for. Worst case, we go to one of those fancy race places and we get brand new sheet metal. And we just, we weld that in if we can't reuse what we have. Low profile is the key. We want our bench seat. We want our bench seat. We can make a console. We can do our own carpet. We can cover anything that happens under the dash. The seat area is where we're trying to stay as low as possible. Here's what I came up with. Cardboard. Now this is gonna go one or two ways. It's still gonna ruin my glass, or it's gonna set my truck on fire and burn everything down. What do you think? Of course, by the time you comment below, it'll be too late. Unless you follow me on Instagram, and then you've seen me post pictures of this truck burned down to the ground because I decided to use cardboard versus take my glass out. Official first cuts! Yay! watching at home, that's how to get the most out of your wheel. You need to use them that much. If not, you're just throwing your money away. Yay. Link in description to the wheels I buy. I think I get like, you know, 0.1% every time you guys order it or something. So if you want to support the channel, go buy some cutoff wheels. Oh, and new gloves. How much does the floor need to raise? Yeah, about that much in the back. You get to fill all that in. Which means we gotta get all that rubbery, insulation-y crap off so we can tack weld it. Yay. Oh yeah, we still gotta cut the front. Don't worry about that. We're gonna do that right now. Yay!
He's got 30 more days to do my truck.
Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse.
But he's gonna do my truck next.
Dude, how was it?
Oh man, it was a blast.
I want to go to Texas so bad.
There's so much that I...
This is definitely another one of those make friends posts. Because now we're ready. Now we're ready to put this guy back in, put the cab back on, and see how much more trimming there is to do. Did we trim enough? That's the question. Water, because I'm trying to cut down on that soda pop crap. It's horrible. Stuff's the worst for you. This is one of those moments where I'm really proud of myself because we just got a little bit of trimming to do. A little massaging. I'm glad I stopped myself from cutting all the way up. And thank this guy, or there'd be no cabin engine in this truck. And if there was no cabin engine in this truck, you wouldn't get to see this right now. I don't know what makes it look better, the body drop or this logo, Steve.
I'd have to say...
Woo-wee! Dude, that bumper is on the ground. You know why I'm so excited? I'm gonna tell you why I'm so excited. I'm so excited because all we have to do is put it back together now, which is super exciting. Yeah, that's it. No more fabrication, it's all put it back together. I think the last big part of the puzzle, as far as fab goes, is getting the clutch master, the brake master, and the steering back in. But that has nothing to do with us welding this frame up. Our Z is clearly in the right spot. Our hood shuts with an engine in it. We hit it with a little red paint so you can see where it's touching just a little bit. But I think we're gonna clear because you can see the hood's hanging past the fenders. So now we can cut and notch this. Yeah, now we can get our core support on. That bumper lays hard, son. Go stand next to the truck, kiddo. Right. So our truck's level. And we've got these